hot, it's boring, and the humidity's back, and I just want to fucking die. How's it going, folks? Okay, so this is the last one I'm doing for now, in a row. I only mentioned that, hi, Collective Creations. I've had like 5 or 6 this weekend's come in be released over the past like 2 weeks. I think it was, if I double check, this is semi because a guy had commented saying like, oh, you know, why are you filming the videos 3 weeks ago and having them come out now and whatever. Very valid point. I had the argument of like, well, it's basically because I don't have a lot of time to film, and then usually when the stuff comes in, I film when that stuff comes in. If the video becomes too long, I have to cut it up, and then I release it, and all this kind of fucking jibber jabs. And it's like, it was, for me, it was like a good assurance that I had something to come out each week, which is great. I usually like to go with a maximum of 2 videos, or a minimum of 2 videos a week, as it is usually a video about the stuff I've got in this weekend at the start of the week on a Monday, or Sunday, depends on who you ask. It's like Monday morning at 12 o'clock in the morning, so it's technically a Monday. It's definitely a Monday for me, at least. And that's only midnight for me on the Monday morning, even though I can't, like, check reviews or comments or likes or whatever until usually 7 o'clock when I wake up, because I work on Mondays, and I usually work till 3 or 4 o'clock. Life is great. But it's just, I get more views and reach earlier in the hours. Mrs. Sunday Movies, who is also Australian, does the exact same thing. They release around between 11:30 to 12:30. It just gets more reach because the American audience has basically like just woken up, or it's in the middle of the day or something. It's like, hey, it's a video I can watch. So in comparison, I've had the one where I discussed, I think that's the most recent one, was last week's. I think that's, okay, so I've only got currently 3 more videos coming out that I can see here, because I've just had, as of filming, the video with Army of Darkness and The Thing, and that 35-minute long fucking video, but then the most recent 2 had the Ring and the Frankenstein 4K, and the Samurai and all the Evangelions and those imprints, so, you know, I've had a lot come out since, and I have filmed a few videos in the meantime as well. Video essays, I guess? I don't know. One of them's discussing the equivalency of 4K releases, and the other one's talking about me looking back on some fond memories of when it comes to watching movies. So that's all I've got currently. So I'm basically doing it now where at the start of each week, on Monday, it's currently Sunday because I'm trying to fix up the shelf, which you can kind of see is a bit stacked with extra stuff. I've spent the past 3 days doing a DVD, so that's all in one whole side for once. I've cleared out 3 extra squares of these for me for the Blu-rays, which is beautiful because I've got a fuck ton more. I've got about like 30 here in front of me that I haven't put on the shelf yet, so that's always fun. But I figure I'd prefer to do it this weekend while everyone's out of the house, because, you know, half the family's going to see the grandparents, the other half of the families at work or with their respective partners and whatever. So I figured I'll utilize this time to do it this weekend rather than coming home tomorrow on Monday and doing it, because I've already got a fuck ton of shit in. So I figure I'll film Mondays, release on Mondays. So every Monday of this weekend will come in, and it'll be from the week prior. So as of today of filming, this is the 13th of November. So I would have filmed it on the 14th. But it doesn't matter, but it'll come out next Monday on the 21st of November. So basically, if there isn't one on a Monday, then it basically means I've had no mail come in, or I haven't gone and purchased stuff. But I know that there's still stuff coming in, and we'll just go and see how it is. Because these videos will depend on length, depending on how much stuff I've gotten and how much I want to talk on them. So I could still have a video with like 3 different Blu-rays come in and make a 15-minute video out of it. So we'll see how it goes. That'll help to vary the lengths and ease of editing as well. So first up, we've got, of all things, The Simpsons. I actually got this season, so seasons 9 and 10 on DVD. It seemed like a weird thing to purchase to a degree, but because I got the new shelf in the far corner, I figured I'll put all my seasons of The Simpsons on there. And I had 2 whole extra slots left for 2 more seasons, so I figured if I get, because I only had the first 8 seasons, if I get seasons 9 and 10, easy peasy. And I got these two for $45 off one seller. They were mint in their shrink wrap and everything. They're fucking flawless condition. They came really well wrapped and everything, and it's just nice to have them. You know, they're all shiny and shit, so that's great. I don't really care to unbox them per se, but like, they're the kind of I'll unbox this 10th season at least. So, you know, you get extra artwork on the inside. All these sets are really nicely designed. You get a booklet as well, which basically describes the 20 odd episodes, and then you get all the discs. So that book's might fall on the floor. But yeah, so yeah, these are all like this. I think it's the first 3 or 4 seasons that aren't. Maybe the first 5. Let me just check. I think it's from like season 6 onwards that they started doing sets like that where it would fold out and you get all this bonus kind of content, whereas the first 4 or 5 seasons are basically like still a slipcase with 2 DVD packs in it. But yeah, so it's nice to have them. I don't think I'll collect any more of The Simpsons. I should at least have the first 20 seasons realistically, though it's all up on Disney+. So I don't really need to get them all. I just wanted to fill out that shelf completely, so that's really nice. It works for me. It looks bloody nice now. Plus, I bought the first 8 seasons on sale at JB a few years back because I wanted to get them all. I don't know why. I think it was because I'd heard that the first 8 seasons were really good and it was worth getting all of them. I've seen a lot of those episodes, but not every single episode because I was a casual viewer as a kid. I had like 15 seasons to watch as a kid. As that kept going, we're on like, what, season 35 now? I don't really watch most modern Simpsons anymore as it is, but, you know, I go back and forth. Depends on my mood and if I can be bothered watching it. But anyway, that's The Simpsons. That's the only DVDs I'm hoping to get for a long time. Let's see what Blu-rays I got. So, after about a month of waiting, it finally came in. I got the standard release of Vampira because I was too late to get the limited edition release, and despite seeing it in the flesh a few months ago, when this had already been announced, I figured I'd still buy this version instead for like $28, rather than spending $75 on the version that just comes with a slipcase and a bigger booklet, which is still a really nice booklet, but this release comes with quite a fun abundance of stuff anyway. I don't really care much for the artwork on the front, I'll be honest with you. I mean, it's fine, but I don't really care for it. Obviously, you get the back's details. It's a all-new 2K digital restoration of the German version by Danish Film Institute, completed in 2020 after extensive decade-long restoration process with uncompressed mono soundtrack. There's some audio commentaries, some interviews, more interviews, a documentary, deleted scenes. There's a lot of stuff on here for a 74-minute silent film, I believe. I think it does have music in it, though. The first foray into sound filmmaking by one of cinema's pivotal artists, Vampira remains a cornerstone work of the horror genre. So I think I don't know if people actually talk in it, but I know that it's got like musical soundtracks and shit. But I guess I'll figure it out when I figure it out. Because I know a lot of people credit the jazz singer as like the original film to have people talking in it. So, but that was in like the 40s. So, no, that wasn't the 30s. Of course it was. God, my film history is getting all fucked up. I mean, come on, this is 32. But people could talk in movies by this stage. Maybe they tried something different. Oh, maybe it was like they put the first film like properly put in a score. I think that's what. Because like by 31 they were able to talk in movies because they did with Dracula. So yeah. Anyway, it does come with a booklet which does have some interesting artwork. A lot of commemorative stuff about like the people who made it, but then it's mostly just interviews and essays. Yeah, just a lot of text and stuff. I don't have much to say about this film. It does have the Vampira French premiere as well, an image from that, which is cool. A nice reversible, not really reversible, but just inside artwork. See, I'm mostly like getting this kind of films, not just because it's horror and stuff to some degree, which I could have still watched on the Criterion channel. It's just the idea of having it as a commemorative piece of film history, like I have that big Arrow Academy set for A Trip to the Moon. I don't need it. I could have just bought the standard release, but I want to get the limited edition release, which comes with a big book and everything, because and despite it being such a short film, it's like 15 minutes long or something, like, Okay, it might be longer than that, but it's like, it's not a very long film. It does come with both versions and a long-ass documentary about the film. And realistically, you can watch it on YouTube. But it's like, it's just knowing that I can have it in physical as a commemorative piece of film history is important to me. So that goes for Vampire as well, or Vampira. I don't know how to pronounce it. I go with the twang, usually the Vampira, because it sounds weirder, I don't know. Talking about reflections of film history, I got the Eureka release of The Hunchback of Notre Dame, or Notre Dame. This film annoys me because I'd already bought the Kino Lorber release, which I believe is the exact same transfer. I have it here. And in terms of bonus features, they both come with a 4K restoration. This one actually stipulates that it's conducted by Universal Pictures. Music by Nora Kroll Rosenbaum and Laura Cartman, presented in uncompressed LPCM stereo. Brand new audio commentary with author Stephen Jones and author / critic Kim Newman. This one doesn't have that. I think they've got different special features. Because it's like, this was like the US release, this was the UK release. So the UK release also has brand new interview of author / critic Kim Newman on the many adaptations of Victor Hugo's novel, brand new interview of film historian Jonathan Rigby, plus a collector's booklet featuring USA by film historian Philip Kemp, and a reprint of the film's original 1923 souvenir program. It's 100 minutes long, from 1923. It has the original 1.33 to 1 aspect ratio, and it just contains the one Blu-ray. So, and it has nice artwork. It's got this great, beautiful artwork to it. Nice green on the back with some images showing the film. This, on the other hand, you got an audio commentary by film critic Farron Smith name, I guess. Booklet essay by historian Michael F. Blake. Life in Hollywood newsreel. 16mm home movie footage of Lon Chaney from the film and video collection at UC Berkeley Art Museum and Pacific Film Archive. Music by the same people, so it has the same music. Original program booklet book slideshow, so I think it has a slideshow as well as production still slideshow rather than having the booklet itself. And this emphasizes, 4K restoration. I think I kind of prefer the design of the back of this cover, but I prefer the front of the Eureka edition. And where this has my receipt, it totally has my fucking receipt. This one does have a booklet. I have shown this one off before. This is the Michael F. Blake booklet. It's really, I almost destroyed it. Really nicely designed in terms of its posters and its commentary and stuff. But yeah, so that's basically all it is, which is fine. It's still really nicely laid out. It's slim, it's easy to carry. You open the Eureka release, and this is the only reason that annoys me, because I bought the Kino earlier this year, and then just like the month it came in, they announced this release, which I was like, oh, I don't need to get it. I ordered it anyway, because fuck it, why not? Because I really like the artwork. It has this as opposing artwork, whereas that's basically like the front artwork on here. So that's like the main attraction. I prefer this kind of cartoony looking style in a way. It has a similar background to, just in a tealish blue color. It doesn't have much for disc artwork, but I mean, if I'm going to be honest, the other one has the same disc artwork as the front cover. This one just has this. So if you're a stickler for disc artwork, at least it has the title, which is cool. This one has a much bigger booklet, one that's much easier to get out. And it does have a behind-the-scenes image, I believe, unless that's just a still from the film. Oh, no, it's behind the scenes of the people filming it. That's cute. That's a cute little thing that they do. I like when Eureka does stuff like that, like with the Vampire release. But this one has quite a booklet with images of the main characters, and it just goes into a lot more detail. This is the one by Philip Kemp. It has a different setup in how it's presented, but again, and it's the same image from the back, from the inside artwork. It just says Wolsey and Robert Newhart, so I guess they're the people who shot the film, maybe director, cinematographer. But yeah, so it talks about it. You get some more images. You get an image of Lon Chaney. There's just some great stills in it, and then you get the same artwork that's in the booklet from Kino. But then you get all this stuff, which is the program, which I imagine is on the Kino release, that it stipulates as a slideshow. So you get this stuff as a booklet instead, which is really nice. Really nice quality prints as well. Like it's still all this kind of plasticky texture, but like you can read all of that. It doesn't look shitty, which is really nice. It's a good way. I like, because again, a lot of old movies used to utilize, you know, this kind of booklets and stuff to emphasize like the advertising of the film to give you more of an idea of what it is, because it's not like you could really go out and watch film trailers on the YouTubes. Then it has a fucking musical theme as well. Picture of Notre Dame. Yeah, just more advertising, some posters, which is really nice. Kind of look more like stamps, but I mean, that's just how it is. British Original Edition published in the Reader's Library Publishing Co. American Photographer Photoplay Edition. German release poster. Of course, the Germans get the fucking cool poster. Then I have some viewing notes, which is basically the same on most Eureka releases these days. And yeah, then you got some Blu-ray production credits. So they've got, it's kind of cool because it's like, despite me kind of hating the fact that I bought two different releases, they're both vastly different in terms of what you actually get on them, which is one of the few benefits I find to getting different releases of a film that come around the same time, because I believe this version, the Kino release, came out like last year. And I didn't even know about it because, again, it's a 2020 production. I think, yeah, so this is a 2021 release. It is Region A, which is the problem, arguably, but then this is Region B, so it's like you're not going to really win there either. So it really depends on what country you're in. But yeah, I think I know I've got a lot more to show off, but it's just kind of cool to see that there's a comparison between the two, both in terms of artwork and production. I prefer the Eureka release, but the Kino release still has a lot of great stuff going for it, so it's like, it's kind of a win-win situation either or. It's like you get different audio commentaries, different essays, a different booklet and different artwork, different casing and packaging. It really depends on what you're looking for, but it's pretty great. So, you know, I don't regret it now. having taken a look at it, I don't regret it at all. It's great. My only issue will be putting it on the shelf and which one do I display. And realistically, if I'm going to be nice about it, I'll put them both on display because I've got the 40s version of Hunchback as well with them. So, yeah. Next up we have Drive My Car. So, I'll note, because I got The Simpsons on eBay, I got Vampire and Hunchback of Notre Dame from Zavvi, which took, again, forever to come in, and when it did, it was in a big-ass box for no goddamn reason, you know? It's probably one of those things, if they thought, like, oh, it's a big box, it'll take a while to deliver it. Didn't need to. Anyway, I got this from Amazon. All the rest of these are from Amazon, because they had the sale in the US for, you know, fucking Barnes & Noble or whatever fucking Criterion sale they had, which I can't shop, because they just don't do that. But they had it was like a 7% off if you add all these things to your bundle. So I got Drive My Car because I really, really liked it in cinema. And I really wanted to get a Blu-ray release that preferably wasn't the movie release, despite the fact that movie probably has the exact same transfer. I don't know, because no one's really reviewed it. Movie's done a bunch of like UK releases for stuff, because clearly not just being a streaming service is good enough for them. They want to do more. Fair enough. I don't have Mubi. I can't really complain. Obviously, I hear a lot of people talking about it because they get sponsored, but I just haven't subscribed because it's like a UK platform. I'm like, I'm good. I'll survive without it. But, you know, similar to the Criterion channel, whatever, you gotta make your competition somehow. But I figured I'd get the Criterion version because, you know, you get a 2K digital master approved by the director, you get a new interview with him, a program about the making of the film featuring behind-the-scenes footage and interviews with the actors, press conference footage from the film's premiere at the Cannes International Film Festival, new English subtitle translation, and English subtitles for deaf and hard of hearing, as well as an essay by author Brian Washington. It's pretty simple on the back, and I do like the collage effect that they go for on the front. It looks fine. It's still a very, very standard release, like to the point of when I take out the booklet, it just has a picture of the main guy in it. It doesn't have anything underneath the disc, and even the disc itself, it's got no artwork underneath. The disc is pretty plain in terms of its artwork. It's a little, I wouldn't say it's disappointing, it's just kind of, I think that kind of helps with the mood. But it comes with this booklet, which extends out. I say booklet, it's just this big ass essay. I have, of course, put the sticker saying director approved on there, because why not? And yeah, you get all this extra details about the film. I think that's all like production stuff. and then this whole big-ass essay, which goes into it with a bunch of stills as well. So what does it say on the back? Because this is pretty thin paper. Cast some credits about the master, special thanks, acknowledgements, production credits. And yeah, you get some images as well, and all folds up. This is kind of a little abstract booklet. So, yeah, it's a beautiful film. I really wanted to get it, and I'm happy that I was able to get it on Blu-ray. Because it was a part of the sale, and I couldn't watch it in the Australias unless I pirated it, I decided to buy Rob Zombie's The Munsters. I like the Munsters TV show. I'm yet to watch any of the movies. I've only seen like 10 or 15 episodes of the show, including the one episode of Uncle Gilbert, which he's only in it for like 2 minutes, which is bizarre to me. Anything that doesn't include a direct movie with the creature of the Black Lagoon only has the creature in a 2-minute cameo, basically. And that's like the point. Uncle Gilbert shows up for 2 minutes, and then same as the Abbott and Costello thing. Creature shows up for 2 minutes, hardly even in both cases. But apparently he's in this, probably for 2 minutes. But this is the collector's edition. It does have an embossed title, which is quite nice. I don't care much for the all-new movie sticker, but the artwork's pretty decent. And it's thin, embossed on the side, which is nice, and on the other side as well. And it looks pretty colourful and everything. I've, of course, heard very mixed things. I have yet to see it. But it's a nice cardboard slip. Again, same artwork on either side. And, yeah, you get partial artwork on the disc. I've heard mixed things about the film. I've heard mixed things about the transfer. Depends on who you ask. I guess I think it's High Def Digest or whatever didn't like it, but they also didn't like the film, whereas Bluray.com were kind of more objective. Whether they like the film or not, they will give it a solid review as to whether or not it's a good actual fucking product, which is interesting. So I kind of have to keep that in mind when I'm looking at different reviews, because, again, it is what it is. But it does come with the Munsters Return to Mockingbird Lane, which is apparently like a almost hour-long behind-the-scenes featurette, as well as a feature commentary with director Rob Zombie. So, yeah, you know, I figured why not? I have a Rob Zombie collection. I might as well get it. I do like his films. Not all of them, but a good amount of them. And I have basically all of his films, I think. Yeah, I've got Free From Hell coming in a 3-pack for the Rob Zombie trilogy, because I figured I'd buy that rather than buying the 4K of it, because I'm like, I don't want to spend $40 on a film that I probably won't like. I might as well buy $30. That someone was selling on Facebook for the trilogy instead, because even though I've got the first 2 films, I don't know, it's probably a mistake. I probably should have gotten the third one by itself, but who really cares? We have Lost Highway, the 4K UHD. I have only ever had I think it's the Studio Canal Blu-ray release, which it has an okay transfer. I've seen it twice now. It has like 6 short films, which is the only reason I'm thinking of keeping it, as well as because it's rated B. I think those 6 short films are actual David Lynch short films, but I've never really watched them on the Blu-ray. But yeah, this comes in, these were all on Amazon, they came so perfectly together with no damages. It doesn't make any fucking sense given the bags that Amazon sends shit in. But it came in on a Saturday, which was great. Same as the Hunchback and whatever. Came in on a Saturday. Fucking weird. But yeah, fuck ton of special features and stuff. 4K UHD plus Blu-ray combo. I don't think there's any issues with the 4K that I've heard, and I got it for like $35-$40. New 4K digital restoration, supervised and improved by David Lynch, with new 5.1 DTS surround sound. It has one 4K UHD disc of the film presented in Dolby Vision HDR, and one Blu-ray with the film and special features. Very weird that they had to note it that way. Pretty as Picture, The Art of David Lynch, a feature-length 1997 documentary, as well as the part of reading by Lynch and critic Christine McKenna of excerpts from their book Room to Dream, which I have the book, I haven't yet read it. Archival interviews from with Lynch and actors Patricia Arquette, Bill Pullman, and Robert Loggia. English subtitles for deaf and hard of hearing, and excerpts from the interview with the filmmaker from the Chris Rodley book Lynch on Lynch, which I have read through, which they basically have all those excerpts on the Criterion releases, which is fine. I mean, there's not really much else to add. It's a really nice interview, so it's, you know, if I open this up, the disc had popped out for the 4K, which was a little concerning. But yeah, got some interesting artwork on the inside, very abstract. Gotta love the image that they used. And both of the discs having 2 different highway images is really nice, with the 4K here, the Blu-ray there. And it does come with a booklet, of course, which is, again, interesting artwork. You can see how it has Lost Highway, the title name there. And yeah, so I did put in my 4K UHD sticker in there, which is beautiful. The same thing came with the Mulholland Drive one, but I don't care, I love it. Yeah, and then it's just images, and this is the interview from 2005 or whatever, the booklet. Yeah, just some images as well. More images. And yeah, basically the whole gist of the film, with acknowledgements and extra stuff. I figured I'd get this because, of course, it was part of the sale. But I'm also like, I don't dislike this film. It's one of those weirder ones that I used to consider it his weakest film for a while. Obviously, Dune is his weakest film. It depends if you really like Dune or not. It's really hard to say, because I do like Dune. I do like all of Lynch's films. But yeah, Lost Highway was like, I didn't really care for it the first time I watched it. I think when I rewatched it last year, maybe it was last year or earlier this year, but I really liked it upon my rewatch, because I understood what the fuck was going on to more of a degree, because the first time I watched it, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? But you know, surrealism and stuff. But yeah, I like it, so I'm very keen to watch the 4K UHD. It won't be anytime soon, because I watched it last year or whatever. But I just like that I have the better version of it. I imagine they'll probably end up doing a 4K UHD for Blue Velvet as well, which will annoy the shit out of me. But it means I've got, like, and probably Razorhead as well, but I've got the standard criterions for those. I have Mulholland Drive as a 4K Criterion. I have Dune as the 4K Arrow Video. Wild at Heart, I've got that Shout Select, was it? I've got the Shout Select version, which is not the best transfer. It looks fine, but not the best. The standard Criterion for Fire Walk with Me. So I've got all of his films. So I don't have all of his short films, which I really got to find a way to collect those. But last but not least, we have Fright Night, which again was one of those, oh yeah, I could get this. I have now buried the Eureka release that I have. Shit, I need to actually open this. So yeah, I've had the 4K scan as the Eureka release, which is still a good release and basically comes with the exact same special features, but I figured I'd bury that one because this version, which comes with obviously the same artwork but nicely shiny, matte finish as well, which I adore, doesn't have the title, which probably still could have been down here, but you know, I know what it is. You got the image of Sarandon's character. It does have the title ever so slightly put in there on the spine, saying Fright Night. I open it up. A gift for whoever wants it. This is from the free movies. Whoever wants it, there's a digital code for you. So, yeah, first and best dressed there. I'm going to throw this out now. It comes with a J card, which I've since folded up because it's not overly interesting, but you know. It does obviously detail all the special features. And it does have new special features, like genuinely says new special features that weren't on the Eureka release. My disappointment of the set comes with the lack of an internal artwork, which is very boring. But all the discs have artwork. You get the feature, so this is the standard Blu-ray with the special features. You get more special features on the extra disc and the 4K UHD disc, and they all come with individual artworks, which is really nice. Again, this one is, you know, their friend and the main two characters. You get the main artwork, and you get the same artwork from the back. So I figured this will be the main one I would go to if I want to watch the film, because it has all the special features. It has the 4K UHD, and it's, I think when I looked up a review for it, the person was like, I mean, they were like, if you have the, like, Eureka release, you don't really need to get this, but it does benefit from having that the UHD elements and stuff, as well as it comes with some more special features. So yeah, and it's like my favorite vampire film, behind, you know, Bram Stoker's Dracula and a selection of others. I've watched a buttload in the past month, so yeah, but I adore Fright Night. I even like the remake. I have the Blu-ray of that as well. So yeah, just worth noting that I got it because it's a nice steelbook. I got it for like $35 or something, which is bizarre for a 4K steelbook. You can't even get a fucking 4K steelbook in Australia for that much, basically. They're all usually like 40 to $50. So I figured that was a great purchase for me. It's still all region A for the rest of the discs, but I don't mind because I'm only going to watch the 4K if I want to watch the special features. I've got 2 whole discs worth of special features to watch. And I like the special features. I never got to watch the Eureka versions, but the Eureka versions are mostly all on a DVD, which is the only disappointing thing. So I imagine they're all going to be standard definition on a 1080p Blu-ray, but at least they're on a 1080p Blu-ray rather than on a DVD. So I figured I'd bury that one, as in put it behind the shelf, so I don't have to really utilize its space, or I can put the Fright Night Steelbook instead, even though I'm going to put the Fright Night Steelbook over on the other shelf over there, which is my small Steelbook shelf. So yeah, that's it for now. No, fuck, there's more. My God, what is wrong with me? I forgot about these ones. I got the Top Gun 2-pack. This one I mostly got because despite having Top Gun on Blu-ray, I wanted to get them both on 4K. It comes with the 4K special features of the first film and the second film. It's weird that they have Maverick first and then Top Gun second, but I don't really mind. I don't know if I pointed to that right. Maverick first, Top Gun second. But yeah, I like the artwork collage. Despite the M-rated sticker, it still works really well. I don't care much for the him in front of a fucking plane image that they have for either of the artworks. And then Top Gun on 4K and Top Gun Maverick on 4K. The discs are upside down. That was pretty easy. I got it with $10 off, so it's $50. So it's like $25 a film. I don't own Top Gun. My dad has the Blu-ray, and the Blu-ray is kind of ish. So, you know. As a birthday gift from my mate, I got Nope on 4K. Artwork's fine. They had JB exclusive artwork, which is the eye of the horse and has balloons in. You can see it in reflection, which would have been really nice, but it was only a Blu-ray, and I wanted to get the 4K, so I got him to buy me the 4K instead. Because, you know, why not? I think this comes with like the IMAX shots. I don't like the whole. It's a collector's edition. I don't know why they're doing that in Australia now. Maybe it's cheaper because it's the same artwork from the US. And also a quote saying, "A reach for the skies masterpiece that's ambitious and airy, imaginative, and expertly crafted." Do I really need that? There's already a lot of text on this image. So, it does have different images because it has an image of the alien spaceship thingy, without spoiling the film, on the back. So that's a little disappointing to show that. The Blu-ray had like other images, which I think was a better selection of images, but it does have a like hour-long documentary, as well as, you know, deleted scenes, gag reel, and extra stuff. So, yeah, it's cool. I like it. I like the artwork on the spine as well, because it has the balloon stuff attached to the Nope section, which is really cool. Yeah, like literally attaches the inside of the O. It's nice artwork. And actual last but not least, because it was just there, I got Man on the Swing. I don't really know much about this imprint release, but I figured I'd buy it because I was there. Yeah, it's about like a clairvoyant who sees a murder but isn't actually there. So it's a murder mystery film. So yeah, I don't know, I figured I'd buy it. It was there. It's number like 122, so it's not overly recent, but it's from a few months back. Anyway, that is it. So like I said, this week was the big wrap up. The final, like, I guess big one for a while, because I don't know what else is going to come in, but that's kind of the joy as well. Whatever comes in next Monday, when this video comes out, you'll know the Monday after. So now every video will be a week between releases, which I did initially say on like that YouTube comment, oh, I might do a Monday filming for a Thursday release. What if I just stick to Mondays? Monday filming for the next Monday release. Because at least then I can incorporate from that Monday of filming, what did I get on the mail, usually either on that Monday till the next Monday. But usually it's on the Monday of filming, I will show what I got from that Monday prior, which includes the weekend and the previous week. So then the following Monday will include the next Monday's mail, as well as, you know, from when I get home from work, as well as all the mail that's coming throughout the week, plus whatever I buy on the weekend. So, yeah, it's just easier that way. Alright, so long video, but that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Sorry about the image, it keeps going orange. Yeah, I gotta fix up the shelf now, so that's gonna be fucking fun. Adios.